Hey there, it's Jim and Debbie with another Midday Minute. Debbie, do you remember what you were doing on 9/11?
Of course I do, Jim. I mean, it will never, ever leave my memory. It's driving to work, actually, when I heard the news.
So, yeah, me too. It's something that those of us who lived through are never going to forget. So, when we talk about, 9/11, we shall never forget, we're not really talking about us, those of us who were there, who lived through it. We're talking about future generations, like my kids, for example. I have three. Kevin was almost one when the towers fell, and Patrick and Jane, of course, were not born yet, but we remember for them, so they won't forget what we all went through that day. The fear, the uncertainty, not knowing whether there were going to be more attacks,
Right.
The horror, but more important, the unity that came out of that, and the love, and the eventual triumph of the American spirit. That's what we want people to remember, and that's why we put important memories in stone, so we won't forget. I imagine that how we all felt that day was a lot like what folks felt when we were attacked at Pearl Harbor in the early days of World War II.
Yeah.
And in the aftermath.
Right.
It was probably very, of course.
Oh, absolutely.
We didn't live through that,
Right.
but we remember because of memorials, because of history books, because of movies and things we've watched. Now, the memorial that we as a nation built to remember that tragic day is starting to show its age.
Right. Mike Lohr presented during the opening ceremonies at the 2019 convention in St. Louis his plan for how inspired he was when he went there to do something to bring this memorial back to life through upgrading the signage, going from just regular signs to digital signs, things like that, that he thought that the Elks could help with.
So, generally as an organization, the Elks prefer to invest in flesh rather than stone. But every now and then you reach a fork in the road where it really feels like, if we don't do this, who will?
Yeah, he's going to.
So yesterday, the Order formally announced a campaign to raise $783,000 to preserve, restore, and enhance the memorial. Debbie, what are we going to do with that money?
Yeah, like I just said, we're going to take the signage. We're going to hopefully they will upgrade the signage, like go to digital, and probably do new exhibits and things like that. The organization, which is called the Pearl Harbor Pacific National Parks.
Pacific Historic Parks is our partner in this endeavor. Yeah.
Great, and they have a plan too that we would partner with them to make this something that everybody would want to see and be proud of.
Yeah, right. So we're going to preserve, restore, and enhance the memorial there with the help of our partner. The foundation will be raising that money and handling all the administrative stuff that goes along with that, acknowledging gifts, tracking it, all that sort of stuff. And then we will turn over the money to Pacific Historic Parks as a donation from the Elks. Which is really going to be represented. It's a donation composed of lots of smaller donations from all of you out there. If you want to support this endeavor, you can do so online at enf.elks.org/phc. Make a safe, secure online donation. You can also send us a check payable to Elks National Foundation with Pearl Harbor in the memo line. If you want to learn more about the campaign, go to enf.elks.org/ph. From there, you can also link to our partner and read more about what's going on. A couple things that you should know is because we're collecting money and then turning it over to another organization, your donations will not count towards the per member giving goal calculations for your lodge or to any of your personal recognition that we track, for example, the Foundation Fellowship, cumulative recognition, or the Loyalty Club. It will be part of your giving history to the foundation, however. So for tax purposes, if you get a statement from us, it will be your gift will be listed as a gift to our Special Projects Fund. That's that. Again, you can go to enf.elks.org/ph for more information. We hope you'll support this very important cause. It'd be awesome if we could raise that money by Pearl Harbor Day.
Yeah, good goal.
So
Great.
all right, that's been a Midday Minute. We will see you again in a couple of weeks.